What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon Kindle and Create Space. A link will be in the description box below as usual. This video is entitled When Good Guys Turn Bad. That's always funny to me. You know, these good guys are just like the bad guys. So we're going to go with this theory. Because when these good guys do certain things, all of a sudden they become bad guys. And here's the problem with this. When we live in a society where somehow these bad guys always have these good qualities, and then we act as though these quote unquote these good guys don't see that society excuses these bad guys flaws and look for the best in them. And those good guys see how you treat bad guys. See, a bad guy could be a murderer, but he's got a good quality. So you find a way to love and respect him. He could be a thief, but you'll find a way to love and respect him. You know, he could be a manipulator, but you'll find a way to love. You always figure out a way to be in his presence to get screwed over again, because there's some good quality about him, right? He could be a user. You know, for the ladies, he could be a womanizer. But all of his bad qualities are attractive. But when that guy that you say is a good guy starts to exhibit what you think is those bad guys' qualities, mind you, the ones that y'all find attractive and the ones that you forgive, and the ones that you can see past to find the goodness in. When it comes to these good guys, they're automatically evil. You know, I thought you was just being nice to, as a dastardly, you know, you can be evil up front, but be good. But you can't. But if you're good up front, you gotta be evil. That's the backwards logic in this. You know, and I used to say this back in the day. You know, my homeboys asked me like, you know, why don't I talk to a lot of girls? It's like, because it's aggravating for me. Like, what do you mean? Because if I want to talk to a lot of girls, all I got to do is treat them like shit. That's it. You know, when I was younger, when I was like that, I was like, what you got to do to get a woman? Treat her like shit. Just treat her like shit. Treat her like shit. Blow her off. You know, have her doing all kind of dysfunctional shit, and she gonna be down with it. Cause I'm gonna turn you into a good man one day. Stupid motherfucker. Listen, but if you you know, and I used to say the flip side of it is, if you want to get rid of her, love her. She gonna be turned off by that. You know, you love her. He loves me, he cares about me, he cherishes me. Or is it love her or give her bad sex? It's one or the other, right? But I gotta get into this shit about why good guys, you know, turn bad. Because with everything I just said, good guys see this. And see, when good guys stop being selfless and start being selfish, then quote unquote they become bad guys. Because now they're not willing to sacrifice themselves for you. Now the bad guys who are always selfish, it's not a big deal. That's what you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be selfish and self-centered, and self-preservation is the law of the land. But if you're the good guy and you become selfish, oh, you're evil. You're the devil reincarnated. So why does the good guy turn bad? Because he begins to be selfish. He's put himself out there too many times and, you know, got nothing for it. Except for screwed over. So when he says, you know what? I need to protect myself. You're a bad man for that. You're a bad man. You know. So these guys turn bad, you know, in people's eyes. When these good guys, quote unquote, turn bad when they stand up for themselves or assert themselves. Because people, for some odd reason, when a person is nice to people, you know, there's a lot of people who in the world will be like, oh, well, they're nice to you, so you could really just walk all over them, screw them. They gotta prove to themselves, to me, that you're not a doormat. So somebody was nice to you, and your immediate thought and response was to try to fuck them over. But they're the one with the problem. And when they say, look, I ain't got time for this. You're going to get fucked up playing around with me like this. You're so mean. You're so bad. How dare you? I can't be with a man who can't stand up for himself. Maybe that good guy wasn't playing games. He was actually a good guy. He's been actually a good guy, and he wasn't playing stupid ass games. Because you was playing stupid ass games, and he decides no more games, and he didn't stand up to your behavior. He stood up to the fact that I'm not playing these dumb fucking games with you. Then people go, oh God. He's so evil. I'm not gonna be able to play games with him. That's what made him a bad guy, because he's not playing games. You're still, you know, loony in the fucking head, but it is what it is. So that makes him a bad guy now, you know. You know, he became a bad guy when he started pointing out truth. You know, when guy, he's a good guy when he's a sucker, right? You know, he's gonna always be there because he's a sucker. You know, I can use him because he's a sucker. You know, I can get what I want out of him because he's a sucker. And then when a good guy says something like, you know what, I'm not fucking with you because you're just a user. You're just a manipulator. I don't. Nah, you ain't gonna do shit for me. You never have. You never will. Go do you your way. This is my truth. I'm there for you. You're never there for me. Then he becomes a bad guy. See, this is how the good guy, quote unquote, turns bad. Oh, he's a bad guy. I can't believe it. Okay, then if somebody, and if you've been around the block a few times, you've seen that happen, and you might have been around one of those people, and I got to ask that question. Well, I mean, I know all the things that they've done for you. What actually have you done for them in that time period? And then you get them dumbass, I was there for them. I was around them. Like those narcissistic, I'm on a pedestal, I'm above those person answers. Like, my presence is charity to them, but all of these things that they've done for me that were actually charity for me that I benefited from, but because I see myself up here and them down here, they were working to earn my whatever. And it's like, but you ain't got shit and they got shit. They helping you. You never fucking helped them. And then people got to give, you know, and it hurts people because when shit like that's brought up, it crushes people's pedestal. Just saying. But they become a bad guy for that. You know, the good guy, you know, how the good guy turns bad is because the good guy doesn't want to settle down or settle for you. You know, because now you want to settle, or, you know, settle down. And well, you're such a good guy. He's such a good guy, but he's not going to settle down or settle for you. You got to remember, he knows you, knows your behavior, knows the shit you've done, knows that you just basically ran out of options. So now all of a sudden, you're ready to settle down and settle for him. And I'm good now after I done all of my bullshit. You're still around, so I know you really want me. Not so much. You know, they're not your last option. So you get, you know, the good guy becomes bad when he's like, that's cool. I mean, you ran out of options. That don't mean because you ran out of options, I was waiting to be your last option. You know. Then he becomes a bad guy. Well, why were you here? I'm just chilling, really. I got options too. Well, what am I? Last option, nigga. Last option. And how about that? But you don't have any options. Don't get it twisted. The other thing, how the good guy turns into the, becomes the bad guy. Because, the option thing is a bit of a karma when the good guy's never been good enough. And then the person who wants the good guy in their life, he becomes bad because now you gave that good guy opportunity to find better. So now, he's got enough options and realizes where you actually are on the totem pole of life. And it's like, you're number, that's number 1 on the totem pole. You're about number 14. Like, I appreciate you putting me on the shelf. I appreciate that. But because guys wind up, basically at the end of the day, good guys turn bad because they treat the world and society and people the same way they've been treated. And society and people can dish it, but they can't take it. So when the good guy treats you the way you've treated the good guy, then he's a bad, evil guy. But what's good for the goose is good for the gander, because one of the golden rules is treat people how you want to be treated. See, you can't have a caveat and say something like, I'll treat people how I want to be treated, but I treat the good guy like shit, but the good guy is the only person on the planet who's not supposed to treat me back like that. Like that's off. That's really off. So, in my opinion, this is how quote unquote the good guys turn bad, because you don't want to be treated the way you've treated the good guy. And it's evil when it happens to you, especially from the good guy. It's like Jesus sending you to hell. Like, no, you can't be here. You're supposed to forgive everybody. Your ass is going to hell. Fuck is you talking about? You're going to hell. But Jesus, you can't say that. Your daddy can say it, but you can't say it. Well, it's already been said. So it is done. I got to get out of here, man. We out. Peace.